Many users associate ISO with the publication of ISO 14001-2015, but don't realise that ISO 14001 as a requirement standard is only one of 5 types of ISO documents that are available. Could these other types of ISO documents help you with your environmental management and sustainability? Let's take a look. Welcome to EMSmastery, where we look at the strategies and tactics to master environmental management and sustainability. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Andrew Marlowe. While ISO is best known for its international standards such as ISO 14001, it has other documents that they publish that you may not realise. There are 5 types of document developed by ISO committees. An international standard provides rules, guidelines or characteristics for activities or for their results, aimed at achieving the optimum degree of order in a given context. It can take many forms. Apart from product standards, other examples include test methods, codes of practice, guideline standards and management system standards. An example of management system standards is ISO 14001-2015. And an example of a guidance standard is ISO 14004-2016. A technical specification addresses work still under technical development or where it is believed that there will be a future but not immediate possibility of an agreement on an international standard. A technical specification is published for immediate use, but it also provides a means to obtain feedback. The aim is that it will eventually be transformed and republished as an international standard. An example of a technical specification is ISO TS 14072-2014, which is a technical specification for the requirements and guidelines for organisational life cycle assessment. A technical specification that has been turned into a full international standard is ISO IEC TS 17021 Part 2, 2012, which relates to the competence requirements for auditing and certification of environmental management systems. This was replaced by a full international standard, ISO IEC 17021 Part 2, 2016. A technical report contains information of a different kind from the previous 2 publications that we've looked at. It may contain data obtained from a survey, for example, or from an informative report or information on the perceived state of the art. An example of a technical report is ISO TR 14073-2017, which relates to illustrative examples on how to apply ISO 14046 to water footprinting. A publicly available specification, or PAS, is published to respond to an urgent market need, representing either the consensus of experts within a working group or a consensus in an organisation external to ISO. As with technical specifications, publicly available specifications are published for immediate use and also serve as a means to obtain feedback for an eventual transformation into an international standard. Publicly available specifications have a maximum life of 6 years, after which they can be transformed into an international standard or withdrawn. An example of a publicly available specification is ISO PAS 30006-2010, which deals with ship recycling management systems and specifically about the diagrams to show the location of hazardous materials on board ships. This publicly available specification was withdrawn and revised subsequently to a full international standard as ISO 30006-2010. An International Workshop Agreement, IWA, is a document developed outside of the normal ISO committee structure to enable market players to negotiate in an open workshop environment and are normally administered and supported by an ISO member. The published agreement includes an indication of the participating organisations involved in its development, and the International Workshop Agreement has a maximum lifespan of 6 years, after which it can be either transformed into another ISO deliverable or is automatically withdrawn. An example of an international work agreement is IWA 27/2017 on guiding principles and framework for a sharing economy. I hope that this episode has given you an insight into the different types and coverage of ISO documents, which can be used to support your environmental management system based on ISO 14001-2015 and can add value to your environmental performance. Further information on all of the documents and websites referenced in this episode are given in the description box below, including a link to the resources on the EMSmastery.com website. If you have any questions about the 5 different types of ISO documents, please leave the comments below. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel to ensure that you don't miss out on other episodes on environmental management and sustainability. Until then, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this video, you can watch other episodes by clicking on the boxes in the top and bottom right, and to subscribe to this channel, click on the link to the left. Thank you.